Talk brought to you by Choice Edibles. Follow Choice Edibles on Instagram at choice.edibles. Find all of their stuff in dispensaries in Tyndonega, Akwesasne, Pikwakanagan, Ganessadag. Follow us as well at Mohawk Bud Talk on Instagram.
Also, subscribe to Mohawk Bud Talk on YouTube for your chance to automatically be entered into our 100th giveaway. To find out who the winner is of the 100th giveaway, become a member at www.thecrediblemohawk.com. In our 100th giveaway, our prize lot will be a 10-ounce bag of coffee, thanks to you by Two Row Coffee Co. Your choice of any weed strain that you can find in our weed strain gallery, as well as some choice edibles and our famous Wonka bar.
That's right. Mohawk Bud Talk is also brought to you by Two Row Coffee Company at www.tworowcoffeeco.ca, where coffee and culture connect, and get your Lamback Bold, Eastern Door Mild, or Seven Oaks. Follow on Instagram and Twitter at Two Row Coffee Co.
Also, we want to give one last huge shout out and congratulations to last week's hashtag hash giveaway winners,
as well as our past winners,
Christy, Ann, and Robert, as well as James, and as well as Amy. They all win 5 grams of hash and gummies from Choice Edibles. And this week's winner of our hashtag hash giveaway, congratulations goes out to Harry.
That's right, Harry. You're going to be getting your 5 grams of hash and gummies sent to you right away. And since we are giving away all this stuff, everybody's so happy with getting free things. Next time we go live, we're going to give away 2 grams of hash again, as well as some edibles. So stay tuned, follow on Facebook, like and share our page, because we're going to go live, and whenever we do, you're just going to do it whenever we feel like it.
Really, whenever we want to do it. So you got to make sure to have your notifications on so you'll know when to like and share any videos that we have for your chance to win.
That's right, because then you'll have, like, we just usually pick it whenever.
Yeah,
after the video's done. After the video's finished, we just pick the winner, and then we'll let you know at like the same time.
That's just random. It's just a random draw, whatever. Yeah.
So make sure you like and share our Facebook page as well, and get free stuff.
Free stuff. We love giving away free stuff.
Right. So today, Monday, we got a new talker in with us.
Yes, we do. Monday's Bud Talk session is with new Bud Talker, Alicia. How you doing, Alicia?
Good, and you?
Doing fantastic, thanks. So,
awesome.
Alicia, who's got 2 thumbs and high?
Who's got 2 thumbs and high? What are you smoking today, Alicia?
Death Bubba.
Death Bubba. Yum. Oh, that's a good choice. Kudos, because actually, AB, what do we have here? Oh, Death Bubba.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is actually
This is triple D grown. Triple D grade.
Triple D grade. That is my very own strain I grew this past year, and it is ace.
It's aces.
It's aces.
I love the smoke. I love smoking this one.
So, how long would you say that you've been a cannabis user?
To be honest, it will be 4 years this year.
4 years this past year.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, would you be willing to share on why you started using cannabis?
Yeah, I have no problem sharing my story. Let's just say I was riding a 4-wheeler and it got stuck between a deep rut and the top of the grass, so like the top of the rut. I went to go move it, and I wasn't wearing the proper footwear. I was wearing moccasins at the time, and went to go move the 4-wheeler, and my foot got caught between the bottom of the footrest part and the top of the rut, and broke my foot, broke my 2 toes. I had to get surgery done, and that required a bone fusion.
Ooh.
So I started smoking cannabis after my accident.
For pain relief?
Yeah, pretty much.
And did you decide to take this route instead of painkillers or Tylenol or any kind of chemical drug like that?
I was prescribed painkillers but they weren't working. Tylenol, ibuprofen, none of that was working for pain. So I took it upon myself to try cannabis, and I've stuck with it because it helps.
Yeah.
It actually works for you.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's what we love to hear, and that's what we want to portray to all our viewers and listeners. Do not let the big farm fool you. Cannabis is actually a medicine, and it can help.
We were out, like, I think now we should, since we have somebody that we can talk about it with, we should, like, we were talking about it yesterday, and you were saying, and I 100% agree with you, that you know, there's all these people out there and they take all these pills and like this and that, and they're allowed to drive and do whatever they need to do, whatever, you know. But if they say somebody that smokes cannabis is impaired, well, how do you know?
Yeah. So what's your feeling on being impaired driving while on cannabis?
My feeling, if it's for medical use, then I don't see why not. You see people out there taking narcotics and driving, and they get away with it. If they get pulled over, they get away with it. And then you get the ones that drive smoking cannabis.
Yep.
They get pulled over and they get a DUI for driving under the influence.
Right. That's exactly what what I was alluding to yesterday when we were out and about, is that is totally unfair to say that we are impaired when we're using this as pain medicine, as you were saying.
Right.
And I use this every day for pain medicine, and I, like I said, use it and then go get groceries or something, or do my running around or whatever.
Because it makes you do so, like, you're not in pain, you don't have those certain things, like I have like a killer back, like, so if I smoke, it makes it that much easier to do things,
right? It gives you a life. So
but not only that, with cannabis too, I find, because I also have depression and anxiety. I smoke that and it helps with that. I'm also asthmatic, and since I started smoking cannabis, I find I'm not using my inhalers as much.
Right.
And that's awesome. Actually, we actually did point one of that specific thing out, asthma with cannabis. I believe it was 2 weeks ago.
There was a specific strain.
We had a specific strain for asthma, and it actually said in the review that this strain will not only help with your asthma, but also improve your lung capacity,
right?
So that you can breathe more.
Right.
Like, I find since I've been smoking it, I'm on 2 different inhalers. Since I've been smoking it, I'm not using any of my inhalers as much. I'm not having issues breathing. So cannabis helps in other ways. And I don't think a lot of people see it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think a lot of them see it back as like back in the high school day.
Where it was taboo and it's like a narcotic drug.
And you were buying it off the streets and not out of pot shop, or like, you know what I mean? So people are looking at it like that, especially police, for instance. They're looking at it like that for themselves, because they're looking at weed is legal now, but to them, they're going to pull over that first person that's under the influence of smoking cannabis.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we were saying too. That's not fair how we use that for medical purposes, where like, and I'm not trying to.
Well, no, it's just like that. Like
there's people that use
certain parts of cannabis in our bodies already.
Yeah.
Whereas like that stuff that they're taking and popping those pills, that's actually like changing their minds, changing their DNA, all this different kind of stuff, you know.
Chemical imbalance.
Like so it's changing your body. Whereas there's part of those plants that are already in you. All you're doing is enhancing the effect.
Yep.
You know?
And that's what I was saying. As you said it best yourself, there are hundreds of patients out there that use these narcotic drugs and can try to use that for a better quality of life, and they would never be tagged with impaired driving, whereas someone using even just edibles can be tagged with impaired driving now.
But it's not only that too. with the narcotic drugs, like the pills, you get addicted to it.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas with cannabis users, some cannabis users can go days or stay like a few days without it, or like a few hours without it. Whereas if you get the ones that take the pills and they get addicted and they gotta have it.
Yep.
Right. Like last year, I went away to the States. Like we went to Florida or whatever for a week. So I didn't smoke for a week. Ever.
Whatever.
You know, I got back
That's
and
the thing.
really high.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's the thing. Like people can go, like for instance, like you just said, you can go a week. You went a week, but then when you get back, you're like, oh yeah, that first unit is gonna hit you good because you
exactly.
went without it. Whereas if you get the ones that are taking pills,
Right. So then you can
gotta
almost take
have
that.
it. Like
This is like a good detox type time. Like Nick was talking about that.
Yeah.
You know?
And the other unfortunate thing is the people that are on these narcotics that do get hooked, they have pharmacies now where you're going to get another drug to help offset that one so you can live.
methadone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
here, take
And
this.
then if you can't wean yourself off of methadone, you get addicted to that.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
So either way, you get the ones that are on it and they need to get off it. They go to another one and then they don't wean themselves off of it because they get addicted to it, and then turns around, they're still on a narcotic.
yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right. Like it has to stop being so taboo because it works. It's better than pharma, and pharma's just pissed.
Yeah, and exactly. And that is another reason why ABN
Government weed is shit.
It is 100%. And that's why AB and I are trying to get more people on here talking and sharing their stories and saying like, hey, this is actual medicine. This isn't all that bad.
Right.
This is helping me more ways.
Now, when I broke my foot and I couldn't do anything because I was in a cast, if it wasn't for weed, I'll tell you right now, I had a lot of suicidal thoughts. If it wasn't for the weed helping me, I don't know where I would have been today.
Yeah.
Weed helps.
It does help. And I believe I said it in one of our shows earlier, is there's just an umbrella effect of, because there's so many strains of so many medical effects that it does. Right. Stress is one of them. Like,
like even with the one we have today, it's like crazy.
Yeah, the one we have today covers a lot of medical effects.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have to take a bunch of different kinds of marijuanas.
No, exactly.
You know,
that's
like
100%.
you have to take a bunch of kinds of pills, but you don't have to take a bunch of kinds of marijuanas.
100%. You take one pill for one thing,
or you smoke one strain for something.
Yeah, and you take another pill for another thing, whereas you take one marijuana that covers like it all.
How many marijuanas did you
take? You get the one strain, and you know that one strain can cover all that effect of what you're taking.
Yeah, and 100%, and that's what we're doing here on this show, and that's what we're trying to educate.
Yeah, every day for a half hour we talk, like we barely get into like the recreational stuff because there's so much medicinal like good things about it.
Yeah, there's so many
we barely have a chance to like maybe we'll throw in like a funny story here and there, but
yeah, we got to try and keep it light, obviously, but that's the main point we're trying to get is the medical effects and what this can do and how this can help everyone. What helps you.
Yeah, we want to test it too.
We want to test it too. And the other thing we want to touch on too is we know how we've covered like I don't know how many shows, but how it affects both of us. Having someone else now tell us how it affects them and how it could be very different.
Yeah, like for example, that was like perfect. Like so, like when you mentioned to help with your asthma, that was like totally, that's something that we talked about. And now, boom, look, see, told you. Here's somebody that can actually tell us, you know.
But it has, though. Before when I was smoking it, I wasn't using tobacco in mine.
Yeah.
And I was really coughing up my lungs. I mean, like to the point I would almost green out. So I started using Tobe in mine. And I find with Tobe, it helps me out. Like I'm not coughing. But like my doctor even said, because I go for those pulmonary function tests for my asthma.
Right.
And when I go, my doctor even says, he goes, your asthma has improved. And I said, it's because I smoke weed. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't use my inhalers as much anymore.
Right.
Mhm.
My allergies aren't as bad anymore. Like,
That's awesome.
so like, there's so many different effects to it than there is when you're taking antihistamines or you're using your inhalers and stuff like that. Like, I can sit there and smoke a bong and then say like 2 or 3 bongs and then put my tray, like my stash away and sit there for hours and not smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, and I find too, it depends on the person too. Weed has different effects on different people.
Right.
100%. And
Some people have to eat it.
Yeah, and that's
Yep.
what we say all the time, and to all our viewers, him and I have a very, very high tolerance.
After that last week, it's ridiculous.
After last week's episode, it's 100% ridiculous what we were smoking. But yeah, 100%. I agree with you. It depends on the person, because him and I can basically smoke anything.
Yeah.
And go all day almost. Whereas,
Yeah, I smoke all day.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smoke all day.
100%.
I smoke all day, then smoke more during the show, and then keep smoking more all day. All day. Fucking when you get up.
I find certain strains too also make me cough.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
so
true.
I really, me technically, I personally like to smoke a hybrid, but have my indica as a dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'll see in some of the episodes, like I'll smoke just like whatever, just fine. Then other episodes I'll smoke and then just start coughing.
Oh yeah. And that's what we say too. A lot of the times, a lot of the strains we're smoking. Oh man, that was so smooth. Like no cough, but it gets you right high. The Orange Barbara, for instance, that we smoked a few last season actually, was so very smooth and tasty. But like the more you smoked, it got you so ripped, right? Because you weren't coughing; it was just so smooth.
Oh.
But
So that's what I mean. So it depends on the strain, is what I find.
100%. We've been actually smoking some High Times magazine strains that you can find in High Times magazine.
Yep.
100%. The last 4 or 5, we figured that we didn't smoke a strain that wasn't under at least 25% THC level.
Oh wow!
Holy shit.
And the highest one was the Phenome 51 that came in at 30%, I believe.
That was our number one.
That was our number one. That, to us, that was our favorite weed thus far.
We still need to find Toad and Scout.
Have you guys tried any of Seth Rogen's house plant or
Not yet.
Snoop Dogg's brand?
Not yet. We're going.
We're,
gonna get some. We know the place to go to get some, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get some.
We've been researching it. Don't you worry.
Okay, so I highly recommend you try both of those. I've tried them, and me personally, I like Seth Rogen's house plant.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to try.
That's actually 100% what we were gonna try, and
I was like, look, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
my
Highly
thing
recommend.
was,
What was that?
Highly recommend.
Nice.
my thing was with these name brands is I don't want to buy the product just because of the name. Like I will buy it like if it's like a good product.
See, the reason I would buy Seth Rogen's is because he's such a big fucking stoner,
Mm-hmm.
and he smokes his weed, and he's like serious about his shit, and he's like really openly like serious about his weed.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know?
he is.
So I'm like, okay, I know this is gonna be quality. So
100%.
you know.
I smoked his brand, and I got it in the bud. Well, what they call flower.
Yeah.
I smoked probably 2 bongs, and I was high.
Really?
It's like that Phenome.
Yeah.
We smoked 1 and we were high. We smoked 2 and we were ripped.
Yeah, the Phenome 51 we smoked, it was
Yep.
High Times Magazine best strain of June 2015. And yeah, Alicia, I'm telling you, we
It earned
smoked
that spot for sure.
for 100%. We smoked 1 out of a glass bong, and
Yep.
we had to take a minute. We were like, wow,
That's all I smoke mine out of is glass bong.
When we do our show, we have to smoke out of this because our weed is so fucking strong.
yeah, our weed is so strong, so we gotta.
The old school.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not a pop bottle.
Right. Shout out Cannabis.
Shout out Cannabis, yes. We love acrylics for just having sessions because the glass is night stuff for us, right? Well, it's not night, but when you're trying to do a talk show, it gets just really rough on the throat after a while, right?
Right. Like for those people that drink, it's like this is like drinking beer,
Mm-hmm.
and the glass is like doing shots.
Definitely, 100%. That's exactly what we said.
So
That much
I'm also gonna put this out there. Another thing you guys should also try. When you're smoking in a glass bong, have you guys ever heard of a thing called peace water?
Peace water?
Peace water? Oh, is it like that flavored water stuff where
No.
you get flavored smoke?
So peace water, it's a water replacement. It's all nothing but extracts. And what it does is you can smoke bong after bong after bong after bong, and you won't get grunt on your bong at nothing at all. It all sits in the bottom. Like mine's sitting all in the bottom of mine right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all you do is dump that out, rinse your bong out with clean water, and your bong is like crystal clear, like a brand new bong.
That's fantastic. What's that called again?
Peace water.
Peace water. And can you find that at any dispensary or anywhere?
Not at a dispensary yet, but there's a store like in the Conticon area called Lucky's. It's like a gas station. They sell it there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. For our
We
viewers
need that for the Rick.
for our viewers in the Ontario, Southern Ontario region, if you're looking for a product like that, that's where you can find it.
Definitely need that for Rick.
100% you need that for Rick because
That guy's stained to fuck.
he
man.
is stained to fuck. Well, think of the weed we smoked.
For
out.
who?
Like I put that thing through cleaner after cleaner. Like I've cleaned this thing twice, and like it's still just like dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah, so peace water. So what I did is I took orange chronic to mine first because it was dirty. And once I dump, and then you just dump the peace water in, and you just can rip. I watched a video on YouTube, and it time lapses. A guy ripped bong, did 80 bongs and dumped it out, and then rinsed it with water, just cold water, and it was like a brand new unit.
Really?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We gotta find this stuff then.
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely gotta find this stuff. So before we get too far away, let's talk about today's strain, shall we? While we're talking about it.
No, let's keep it a secret. These motherfuckers don't deserve it.
Huh?
Yeah, let's talk about this strain.
So today, because we're back on it again. We got another high.
Back up in here with their bullshit.
Yeah, we got another high test one here today, folks. We got today is Mad Cap. It is 80-20 indica dominant with 24% THC. However, we were kind of discussing that it might be actually towards the 30% level. It's very hardcore. A mother and father, or derivative, if you will, of 9 Pound Hammer and Mother Tongue.
Yeah. It's got a blueberry muffin, sharp, skunky flavor with a fruity aroma and light floral implications.
That's correct, AB.
Hi.
But
Is this my bong or yours?
that's yours. I just smoked one.
All right.
So the medical effects of this madcap, as we were saying, it has umbrella effects as all cannabis does, but this one here covers arthritis, migraines, PTSD, muscle spasms, insomnia, and then just overall pain relief.
Do you think there's ever been a guy named Arthur Titus with arthritis?
You know what? True story.
There is?
There is. I have no idea. I was actually gonna say, did you know actually that there's a guy named Arthur Alfredo, and he is the creator of Alfredo sauce?
Huh?
God.
I made that up. I made that up.
It's like they had to jumpoline from trampoline because
right.
Yeah. So anyways, how the fuck did we even
I don't know. How come you're stealing my Lytros?
Lytros.
Donut.
Oh, speaking of donuts, we got donuts.
We got donuts. Ho, 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 ho.
There's really good weed. There is that blueberry in there.
There is, right? But it definitely has that. When it says sharp, I definitely think it means peppery too.
Yeah.
Because it's got a pepperiness to it, right?
Yeah, because it's definitely not cheese.
No, it's definitely not cheese. This is definitely
It's
fruity and strong. So for our advanced smokers out there,
what?
Have like one or two and enjoy. For the beginners, take small hits. I would suggest going joints with this one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say roll one with this and sit back and
and just enjoy the slow burn of this one because this one's very high.
Yeah,
this one's very high. It's high test
weed, high test coffee,
high test weed and high test coffee. So Alicia, you by any chance get the munchies when you're having a session?
Munchies?
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't usually get the munchies?
Oh, the munchies, yeah. Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the
I like the munchies.
So one of the other things we like to cover here on Bud Talk is what is our favorite things to munch out on. And
oh boy.
Discuss with our Bud Talkers after our session when we get going. What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite snack?
Okay, so lately it has been a big bowl of honeycomb cereal and birthday cake Timbit cereal.
Woohoo!
And chocolate chip cookies and milk.
Nice.
I've been on to chicken burgers and chocolate chip cookies lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
switch it around every so often. Like you could get on a thing, and like done, then get on to something else.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I've been like kind of plain Jane. I've been on to bologna sandwiches.
I love those things,
right?
Who does it?
Right?
Bologna sandwiches. Oh, no. Okay, you know what you do? Okay, instead of bologna sandwiches, make grilled cheese, but put bologna in it.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, but you fry your bologna first.
Yeah. Fry your bologna and
or get the Texas toast garlic bread and make a grilled cheese out of that.
With bologna.
With bologna? No, with pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
And then have marinara dip.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's what it's at. Yeah.
Sounds like you're going grocery.
But you gotta have mozzarella cheese when you do that.
Yeah, obviously, 100%. Or provolone. Provolone, I find works really, really well.
I love provolone.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's what Domino's in their New York style pepperoni. That's what they use is provolone and Parmesan.
Buy two of those things.
And yeah, that's what they use actually in New York too. Instead of mozzarella, is provolone and Parmesan. Oh my God, that's why their pizzas are so good.
Stop! No noises. Sorry about the dogs.
I didn't even hear.
Didn't even hear. Don't even care. Their dogs here too.
Yep. Oh. So anyways.
Yeah. Alicia, we're almost getting to that time, yeah?
Yeah, it's about that time.
It's about that time.
Yeah, make sure you share the video.
Make sure you like.
Will do.
Yeah, man.
And you will be entered in for the 100th giveaway.
Yeah, everybody make sure you subscribe to Mohawk Bud Talk on YouTube.
And Instagram.
Oh, sorry. That's okay.
Follow on Instagram.
That's right. Subscribe on YouTube.
But subscribe.
That's where you're going to be automatically entered onto our 100s giveaway, where you get the stuff.
Get the show. Like and share everything.
Like and share everything. And congratulations again to Christiane and Robert, James, and Amy for their 5 gram #hash giveaway. And they got the gummies too from Choice Edibles this week. Harry. Yay.
Yay, Harry. Woo!
Congratulations, Harry.
Congratulations. You are this week's #hash giveaway winner. Thanks to you by Choice Edibles. We enjoy your products. They are awesome. And
Yeah,
yeah.
they are. So yeah, next time we go live, make sure you tune in, like and share the video, because you'll be entered. Well, at the end of the video, we'll choose a winner for 2 grams of hash and some edibles.
Yeah, right. So make sure you have your notifications on. Again, Alicia, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate having you, and we'd love to have you back sometime soon. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. It was fun. I
All right,
appreciate it.
Bye,
Thanks,
Alicia.
Bye, guys.